Holy shit, I'm live. Got my headlamp on because it's dark out here. Anyway, dudes, so all my sewing machines just pissing my wife off. So, I'm building a shed. So, in my great wisdom of all things, in my great wisdom, I have no idea how to build jack diddly shit. So, it's been a learning experience. So, anyway, I decided to make a little basement too. So it's just gonna be like a 12 by 12 for starters. I was gonna go 10 by 12, but I think 12 by 12 is better since I'm gonna have a lot of machinery in there, and I have that huge industrial sewing machine. So to maximize space, I wanted to make a basement. So then I'm so retarded that I'm doing it next to a big rock wall that I have. It covers my backyard and side yards. In El Paso, Texas, there's a bunch of these crappy mason like rock walls. They're like almost like a rock foundation wall, or what is it called? It's just a damn rock wall. But I had one fall down, so I've been patching it up. So I've learned some masonry. That's been really cool. I love stone masonry. So anyway, I got a bunch of building materials. I got three by or 4x8 OSB crappy splinter wood plywood sheets, and it was $150. After that, I was like, wow, that is pure bullshit. So something has to give. There's got to be some way. So my youngest son, Joaquin, he had these little football games and like little league football games, and I noticed there's all this building shit literally all over on the side of the road, even in the road, everywhere, plywood all over the place. So after the game, I went salvaging, and that was like a 2-month salvage adventure. So I have a whole yard full of, besides this mountain of dirt, I have a whole backyard full of lumber, which is nice. It's a blessing. It's one. If I had any perk from Call of Duty, I'd have definitely scavenger. I am that dude that'll dive in a fucking dumpster to get shit out if I like it, but and I have no shame. But anyway, so I decided to entrench next to two at least 20 feet tall pine trees, and thank God they're pine trees. Ugh, all this dust, man. El Paso shit saying that. But anyway, entrenching next to trees is not a good idea unless you're well equipped to deal with the consequences of entrenching next to trees. But pine trees have shallow roots, thank God. They say they go only like about 2 to 4 feet down, but I'm still finding them at around 5 feet, a little bit, not much. It's gotten a lot easier to dig, but the first 2 feet was horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, anyway, I've learned a lot about natural building. I found I do like a lot of natural building, not to save the environment and shit like that. Like, I do care about the environment. I'll get that out there. I do care about the environment, but that's not my motive. It's more of I'm a cheap bastard. I'm not that cheap of a bastard, but I mean, $150 plywood sheets are ridiculous. But I learned this thing called rammed earth, which is incredible. My soil has a huge clay ratio, which is good, I think. But it's hard to dig. So yeah. So rammed earth is, you pretty much make a concrete form like you'd make a wall form, which is like a mold that you would pour concrete in and wedge it together to keep from pushing out on the sides. But you would take your soil, and I think the ratio, you have to have, I think, a 20% clay ratio with some sand and shit and silt. Just pretty much dirt and some sand and Portland cement. You make it, I think, 1/10 of it Portland cement, which I've been playing with a lot of cement. I've actually gotten good. I haven't fucked any concrete or cement up. I've actually think I'm naturally talented with concrete shit. But believe me, I don't have many natural talents except for fucking singing. But so rammed earth, I'm rambling. Rammed earth, you pretty much mix it once you get your earth mixed right with the clay and sand and silt. You mix it, you gotta sift it with those it's called hardware fabric. You mix the soil after screening it pretty much and getting like the roots and shit out, and you add the Portland cement and you put it in those forms, and you get some pipe clamps, and those are pretty much, they're called, I think, pony pipe clamps. I kept looking for them, and I even went through the plumbing section because I couldn't find them at the Lowe's. Like, I have the Irwin clamps for all the crappy carpentry crap that I've tried and had some success with, but many failures with wood projects, that's for damn sure. I cannot use the pocket hole jig to save my life. I start tearing shit up. But what was I talking about? So rammed earth shit. So you pretty much make the forms and you tamp it down with a dirt tamper, and it has to be a certain wetness. It's pretty much all consistently lightly wet, and you leave those forms on for like a day, I think. Then you take it off, and it'll last 100 fucking years, man. What it does is it pretty much takes soil and quickly changes it to, I believe, sandstone. It's like a super fast process of making sandstone walls. But that'd be really fucking cool to do. I'm gonna make a little form. I made Adobe bricks, which was really cool. They actually turned out right when I didn't add sand and shit. It actually turned out fantastic. So, but the thing is, you have to plaster Adobe, and I don't know, I just can see a bunch of bugs and shit. I just don't like it. It's kind of dirty. In New Mexico, I've stayed in a real Adobe house at a bed and breakfast, and man, it was incredible. But it didn't seem like the shitty Adobe blocks. It seemed like one giant fucking like earthen structure. And it was amazing, man. Everything was solid. It's just a very, very well made structure. I think it was called like the De Luz or something around Taos, New Mexico. The building was incredible. The temperature was perfect. There was Adobe, and it was a real old house. Adobe, I loved Adobe construction. I just didn't like the texture. I don't know. I'll fuck with it more, but my blocks came out legit. I did make a few crappy ones, but supposedly the longer that they dry, the more solid they'd be. But the proper way to do it is to plaster it when you're done. I guess with plaster of Paris. So digging this shit has been a fucking nightmare. Digging next to trees, man. But once I got past, I guess about 3 feet, it's gotten a lot easier. But cause I have a clay dirt in my fucking yard, my father-in-law asked if I had a hammer drill so he can drill some concrete. So I got him a Bosch hammer drill. I got it for me because I thinking about doing an earth foundation or some stone, natural stone work incorporated in my house. I'm gonna pour some concrete, of course. Concrete's amazing, but I'd also like some natural stones. The reason why is because there's stones everywhere, and the lumber prices right now are ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. So and that's one thing about El Paso is there's an abundance of rocks everywhere you fucking look. So I watched this guy called Mr. Chickadee. So he'll strike you as a fucking Amish dude building shit like you would 100 and something years ago. He has a big ass YouTube following, I'll say that, but it's amazing. But this dude builds shit. He even does traditional Japanese carpentry where they burn the wood instead of pressure treating it. They scorch it. And it preserves it a long time. It blackens it though, but bugs won't fuck with your shit. And anyway, he made this video on like a stone plinth foundation. It was cool. So I got my father-in-law this Bosch thing, and well, I gave it to him because I got it for me, and because I saw this video on this clay spade attachment to help you dig, but it was an SDS Pro Plus or something, which is a smaller attachment that goes in the chuck. So I gave him that because he was asking me about drilling through concrete because I have a shit ton of tools now. And I got the newest Bosch super duper fucking badass jackhammer type demo hammer. It's like a mini jackhammer called the Bosch Hitman. And I got the clay spade attachment, and dude, that fucking thing, I could eat through foundations of houses with certain bits that are fucking huge, like really big around, and it'll go through shit. So if I have to drill concrete or make spikes into boulders and shit, I got the tool for it. But I'm gonna make a video. There's not a single video on YouTube that talks about this shit, and I found out today it was the newest fucking Bosch demolition hammer, and it's battery operated. So I'm gonna make a video on that shit. I like it a lot. It's the most expensive tool I've ever gotten, besides my super duper Thor 1541 sewing machine. I haven't been sewing much lately because I've been working on this shit. For the point of working on this shit is so I can make a little sewing sweatshop. Hire a few minority people, the slaves. Have about 50 people working in 150 degrees. From sun up to sundown, with no water breaks. I'm just kidding. But no, I wanted to actually set up all my sewing machines. I have it's called what is it fucking called? I have the Walking Foot Industrial Thor 1541. I have a few Kenmore sewing machines. And I have a serger. But I have a little embroiderer too from Brother. That Brother embroiderer is nice as fuck. I think that's the best brand right now for like the basic sewing machines. I think Singer is a pile of crap. I've had at least 2 of these Singer heavy duties supposedly, and they're not heavy duty. They just sew fast. So yeah, if y'all want to know what I've been up to and shit, this is what I've been doing, man. I had to fucking take a break with all the fucking political bullshit and all the prepping shit, man. I don't even think about that shit lately, cause this country's gone to shit in the shit basket. Like, everything I've said to people about the coronavirus shit was true. It was a bioweapon. But it's really sad how our country has gone to crap. I can't believe we have the most battle-hardened generation in so many years. Probably since we have the most battle-hardened generation of modern times. And my brothers, what's sad is I think a lot of my fucking brothers in arms, veteran brothers, voted for this piece of shit. But I don't think I don't think that Trump lost the election either, though. I think the election was rigged. I think they introduced this bioweapon to get rid of Trump and to create confusion, and it started with that whole trade thing with China. And just is a culmination of shit. And the media just was revealed to be such piles of shit. And the deep state just came out. Don't even hide the fact that they're biased and shit's under control and shit. Like, shit is so fucked up, it's unbelievable. But on that January 6th day, I was hoping that fucking the dudes up in DC would actually get a lot crazier. Like, I feel like it needed to happen. But they all just stopped, man. But then again, I wasn't there, so I can't criticize those fools. They went to DC. But it seemed like none of them backed Trump, man. That dude seemed to get no fucking backing. He's the best president. If you actually listen to the last year of all the interviews and shit, the media was so biased. It's fucking insane. I think he tried, but a lot of those positions were filled with the fucking deep state operatives. I didn't agree with all his policies, but fuck, man. Yeah, I don't know what to think. I just know we're losing rights and freedoms. Freedom of speech is really about gone. It's fucking stupid. I'm just one dude and I can't do shit. You can't be a one-man army. But what we needed was leadership. So I saw a shirt on InfoWars that said Trump DeSantis 2024. I'm hoping that shit becomes reality. The first thing we need to do is fucking take back freedom online. We need to fucking have places to fucking congregate and express conservative views or whatever. Because this shit's fucking crazy. I'll instantly get banned on Twitter, and I probably don't even have a single fucking follower on Twitter. But I will instantly get fucking banned for any fucking thing I say. And it's not like I'm on there fucking threatening or fighting with people. Just a fucking post on political opinions. And it's fucking crazy, man. But I remember around 2016, 2015, shit I'd said years ago on Facebook. Like, I'd get deleted. And I'd get strike after strike. It's fucking crazy, man. But I think that whole Russian collusion shit was a cover to condition people. Because the real shit was going on with China. And no one fucking does shit. You had the fucking laptops with Biden's son and shit. And it's just fucking crazy. It's like clear as day, man. This shit is... We have so many corrupt politicians. They need to... First thing they need to do is take back the fucking freedom of speech. Get rid of all the censorship. Limit the power of the fucking technocracy. And so, second thing that needs to be done is fucking... I don't fucking know, dude. But yeah. I try not to think about this shit because I just get pissed off. This shit has gotten retarded. I guess I've dug enough. I'm gonna turn this off. There's no one even fucking watching me. Take it easy, guys. It's late.